Hey there, this is Brendan Stoneman with RE/MAX Kelowna with the August 2019 real estate market update for the Central Okanagan. So the July real estate numbers are out, and while we did miss our market update last month, I had a good reason. We were away at a conference, we had a bunch of friends and family in from out of town, the kids are out of school, it's just kind of crazy with activities. And I think that a lot of people, they're in the same boat. So a lot of the buyers kind of take the summer off if they're looking for properties. They've just got their hands full with families and holiday time and that sort of thing. And then normally we would see that pick up in September. But this July was a little bit different as far as the market goes, because as you can see, we had 545 residential properties sell, and that is up nearly 15% from where we were in July 2018. So we had a really strong month. Things were quite busy. Our listing inventory is just sitting under 3,700 active listings, so that's up 11% from July 2018. But as you'll see, the amount of sales have outpaced the amount of new listings, and so we're seeing things kind of level out a little bit and continue to balance in the market. So let's talk about the condos first off. So we had 134 condos sell in the month of July, and that is up from the month of June, which is really good news. And our active listings, we've got 640 condos on the market currently. And now if you look at our months of inventory, we're down to 4.8. So we've been kind of floating around 6 months of inventory for most of the year. And so things have definitely heated up in the condo market. So if you recall from before, under 4 months of inventory is a seller's market, really hot, busy market. Between 4 and 6, we call that a balanced market. And then more than 6 months of inventory is a buyer's market. So we're firmly planted in a balanced market, and you'll see the prices are holding steady as well. We've got $362,000 as our average condo price. So townhomes, similar kind of story. We had 89 townhomes sell in the month of July. That's up a little bit from the previous month. But the interesting thing is our inventory has come down quite a bit. So we've got 385 active townhome listings. So with a little more sales activity and quite a bit fewer listings on the market to choose from, we've got 4.3 months of inventory, and so that's come down even further. The townhome market's been pretty good all year, but it's gotten even a little bit hotter in this category. Average price about $518,000 for a townhome in today's world. So single family homes, again, kind of same thing, 230 sales in the month of July. That's up a little bit as well. Our active listings are basically right on par as to where they were last month. So months of inventory come down a little bit to 5.7. And the single family homes, the lower price single family homes, really, really busy. We just did a deal in multiple offers on one a few days ago. As you get higher up in price, things do tend to slow down a little bit for sure. But look at the average, we're sitting at $713,000, which is one of the highest months of average sales price we've had all year. So things are pretty strong overall. But what I really wanted to show you was this graph here. I'm gonna stand on this side. This is months of inventory for the last basically 2.5 years. So the green line is 2017. So January, February, it usually starts off high because there's just less buyers out looking around at that time of year. Once we got into the spring and into the summer, we were dipping below 4 months of inventory. So that's a seller's market. It was crazy, a lot of multiple offers. It was really, really busy. And then it did slow down a little bit at the tail end of the year, which is more of a seasonal change. We see that usually every year. But in 2018, it was a little bit different because, remember, the mortgage stress test was coming in. All these buyers were trying to jump into the market before they lost a whole bunch of their affordability or what they could actually spend on a property. So that kept the July, February numbers really strong. And it carried on for the next few months. And then once we got into the summer, in June, we had the let's talk of the foreign buyer tax coming in, and the real estate rules were changing, and there was all this talk about the speculation tax and some interest rate increases. The government was really trying to slow down the market, and you can see that it worked because we started to get up higher in our months of inventory moving into the winter, which is where we picked up the red line, 2019, back up at 12 months of inventory. And as we got into the spring, things picked up, not as much as they had in previous years because the market had changed and slowed down. But now look at May and June. So we're sitting around the, kind of 6 months, 6.5 months of inventory across the board. And then July was interesting because that's the first month where these lines crossed, which, we're outpacing now our 2018 year. First half of 2018 was busy and it slowed down. First half of 2019 was a little slow, and now it's picking up. So wouldn't be surprised as we move into the fall that this line kind of land somewhere in the 5 months of inventory range for the different property types, I think we're going to see things continue to pick up because interest rates went down, so there's a lot of people out looking. The Vancouver market, Edmonton market, and Calgary market are all kind of following the same trend. They're all picking up. And those were markets that had a lot of buyers that were moving into the Okanagan. So unless we see some real crazy change, I think this is going to continue to pick up a little bit. I think we're in for a pretty good fall here, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll report back to you next month. In the meantime, if there's anything at all I can do to help out in any way, please reach out to me. I'm here for you, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.